For those who are born with the Ox Zodiac, well, year 2023 is going to be your year to grow yourself as the expert in your industry, at the same time being able to attract noblemen to help you out. So for the Ox, before we get started, let's take a review back into the year 2022. Well, in year 2022, basically you have one of the ultimate relationship star, which is known as the Rat Matchmaker, where for those who are single, perhaps it's good time for you to, hopefully you have discovered your life partner, and for those who are already in relationship, and for those who are already married, perhaps it's time for you to actually bring your relationship to the whole new level. And you're also supported with this bright horse star, which bring you the limelight, being in the hall of fame. And next is the golden carriage. Well, golden carriage star talk about ability to generate wealth when you are traveling. The more you travel, the more opportunity that you can grow your wealth. And you also boosted with this surpassing path star. Well, surpassing path basically talk about your status somehow just elevate, but somehow you don't feel comfortable with it. You feel so alienated and your status just changed. But basically this star talk about rise in increment of your status, but at the same time it make you feel uncomfortable. And next is the disaster star. Well, disaster star talk about minor setback. Well, when you being the grandeur in year 2021, you may have already experienced a lot of challenges, but this actually star actually trailing you behind, basically telling you that there are infinite or unfinished business that yet to be settled. Next is the sky star. Well, sky star talk about there could be a lot of issue in terms of health with your family members, and in the old days basically talk about your family members just fall sick, falling ill, and it drain you that to a stage that you have to be able to serve them and solve their health issue. And next is the lonesome star. Well, lonesome star together when the sickness star and also the sky star, well, it could mean that your family in a very dire condition, or perhaps they are in a very unhealthy kind of status which required you to able to solve them. But indirect throughout this process, you felt helpless, you felt you have to handle everything by your own self, and you don't feel you are gaining the support, especially from family or relative. But nevertheless, those are the good star and bad star in the year 2022. And let us check out what is in store for you for year 2023 for the Ox Zodiac. Well, for the Ox Zodiac in year 2023, you are actually only have two auspicious stars. The first one is the Sky Bright. Well, the Sky Bright talk about ability to learn particular skill set, ability to dissect certain complicated information. Your analytic skill just increase, and this is actually good for you to pursue academic study, or basically it's also boosting your ability to become your self-mastery. And next is the Fortune Nobleman. Well, the Fortune Nobleman talk about being gaining a lot of positive blessing, which is going to help you to actually make you feel so overly abundant, and you just feeling that your life has reached to a stage that you are so grateful for having so much blessing, and you can share with a lot of people. And throughout this 2023, you may be invited to join some parties, celebrations, where people will talk about celebrations, and you will also feel overwhelmed with a lot of positive blessing that got you to where you are today. And next, despite you have only two auspicious stars and surrounded by these six inauspicious stars, first of all is the moon star. Well, the moon star could denote some minor obstacle which could be holding you back, but this kind of star is actually quite minor. But the positive side from it is actually good to boost you in, for those who are studying or pursuing the spiritual path. Actually, this star come at a positive boost, because it can help you to gain insights, to learn religious. Perhaps it's time for you to join some pilgrimage, going to the ashram, or learn some energy healing, or perhaps learn some stuff related to the non-conventional studies like Chinese metaphysics. And next is the peeling head. Peeling head talk about feeling unease. Basically the environment keep changing to a stage that you felt that you are being alienated, and you are trying your best to adapt into the environment. Okay, so basically this is just emotional issue. And next is the Sky Dog. Well, Sky Dog basically talk about fight and hasty action, and it could cause you into a stage that you may injure yourself, bleeding, blemishes, or even have scars. So make sure you are able to wash out your own self-compose, not be too overly reactive. Okay, next is the leopard tail. Well, leopard tail basically talk about offending other people accidentally. It was due to your own absent-minded. So having this absent-minded issue could not only offend other people, but indirectly it could cause you more trouble if you may have caused some issue to other people. Okay, next is the lonesome star. Well, the lonesome star basically is just a melancholic kind of feeling, making you feeling like lack of support, and people just don't understand you when you are gaining yourself into some learning, discovery. But throughout this process of discovery, you don't feel that everyone understands what you are trying to do, but it's just emotional issue. And lastly is the funeral guest. Funeral guests basically talk about, you may have the potential to attend some funeral events or sad events. You may have to be invited to visit the hospital. And this star is also a good reminder to remind us to actually take a look onto the health of people around us, or for those who we love. So this is actually an important star to keep you be reminded over the people who you love, and how you are going to maintain the relationship with all these important people in your life. So overall, I think for the Ox in year 2023 is not entirely bad. Basically, it's a good year for you to actually learn how to master yourself, and also become some expert, become the pioneering expert in the industry that you are pursuing. And you are also blessed with this fortune nobleman, which should actually bring you a lot of sense of celebrations, great gratitude over all the stuff that you have attained in your entire life, and all your life experience worth you to celebrate. So overall, I think this is positive than whatever that most of people that keep talking about the Ox could be just working all wholeheartedly and without enjoying themselves. Well, this is the year that you feel all the gratitude, all the blessing. And next, we are going to move to reviewing where the Ox Zodiac could be potentially appear in your Bazi destiny chart. Because in Bazi destiny chart, you may have up to 4 different zodiac, and from the year, month, day, and hour, each of these pillar will present different aspect of your life. So let's take a look for those who are born in the year of Ox. Well, for those who are born in the year of Ox, having the sky bright star and fortune nobleman, it will mean that you are surrounded by people who are so overly abundant, and they have become they have celebrate their certain milestone in their life, becoming certain expert in certain industry, and they are celebrating their ability to attain to a certain achievement in their life. So this is actually a positive environment where you can actually tap into their network to actually gain some insights, to learn from them. And overall, I think this is going to be a positive, happy, growing network year for you to actually learn from all this group of people. Okay, next, if you are born in the month of Ox, well, this basically having the sky bright and fortune nobleman, these are positive boosts, especially the sky bright talk about how you can actually learn how to become the expert in your industry. Or perhaps it's time for you to actually sharpen your sword to a stage that you become the expert, you become the one to be seeked out for. And this will also indirectly increase your income, right? So nevertheless, having both of these stars, there will be a lot of positive celebrations. Your company will start to celebrate the milestone and start to have the small win kind of a blessing to actually share the positive vibes among your colleagues. And by the way, if you are not careful, remember, don't be easily offend your superior, because you have the leopard tail, you're absent-minded. Sometimes you may just speak for the sake of speaking. You may have ignored other people's emotions, so make sure you don't activate the negative star, because otherwise it could cause you some turbulence. Okay, and also, since you have the funeral guest star in your month pillar, the month pillar denotes your parent, so make sure you have to be able to spend sufficient time with your parent, because their health condition, you do have to look after them. And perhaps you should even look further until your aunt, your uncle, and perhaps your other relative who are so dearly to you. So next, for those who are born in the day of Ox, well, last year you have this red matchmaker star, which is quite prosperous for you when it comes to relationship matter. But nevertheless, for this year, it's about learning how to set relationship goal. Perhaps it's time for you to actually learn how to actually communicate with your loved one, how to bring your relationship and create more spark into crafting more memorable moments in your relationship. And this will subsequently help you to actually gain more positive direction in how to contribute into each other's life. And if you are not consciously the lonesome star, and the peeling head star basically means that you are, for those who are already single for too long, after you get into relationship, somehow you feel uneasy, somehow you feel like, so attached with your life partner, and it somehow make you feel that you are lacking of your own personal space. But nevertheless, these are just emotional issues, and it can be resolved by being able to open up the discussion, because you have the fortune nobleman. Perhaps it's time for you to actually seek out advice from other people, how they actually build a long-lasting relationship, especially for those old couple who are still holding hand, walking out in the garden, and they are just so feeling so peaceful, calm, steady, and stable life. So I think it is something that you can gain inspiration as well. And next, for those who are born in the hour of Ox, as per the chart mentioned, so do check out your budget chart. You may have a lot of celebrations from the people who are under your control, because the hour pillar denotes your inspirations, your ideas, your thoughts, the people who are under your care, perhaps your children, your subordinate, the people who work for you as well. And it's also talking about your investment. So when we talk about investment, perhaps this year with the fortune nobleman, there'll be a lot of positive vibes who talk about so grateful to be able to bring your investment to the whole new level of income, and also how you can install the sense of abundance. Well, this is also something that we are recently trying to practice, encouraging more people to be able to take this as experiment. Try to create a sticky note in the mirror that you are looking at, in your bath mirror, where you can actually be reminding of your own mindset, how you can actually install the sense of gratefulness, the gratitude that could actually amplify more positive vibes. And by the way, for those who are, because you have the sky bright and also the moon star, both these stars actually also bring more combinations which will attract you to perhaps studying metaphysics. As I mentioned, the hour pillar talk about your inspiration, your idea, your thoughts. Well, having this star, it could actually brings you to be attracted to people who are studying Chinese metaphysics, spiritual study, religious, and this is something that help you to gain more insights in the more higher philosophical level kind of studies. So overall, for those who are born with the Ox Zodiac, this year is all about learning, growing, and become the expert. And at the same time, you can actually learn from a lot of noblemen how to live a peaceful life, a steady life, how to attract the sense of abundance and gratitude. And for those who are pursuing spiritual study, well, congratulations. This year, you may feel sense of attractions or some awakening call that will drive you to start to question the life purpose. And for those who have been feeling stuck, well, this is a good start to actually help you to rediscover your life purpose, how you can see your life in a whole new level as well. So overall, you can check out all the cheat sheet like the positive boost, increased analysis ability, level up your skill set, keep your mind open with any new possibilities, time to sharpen your sword towards mastery, practice gratitude and abundance, increase in fame, popularity, and being the expert. Somehow you will be also felt that your status will be elevated indirectly as well, and this will somehow make you feel, reaching certain milestone is also another small little win. But every single win does matter, and it's worth you to celebrate with people who you love as well. And learn non-conventional studies like spiritual energy, energy healing, Reiki, Chinese metaphysics perhaps, and these are something that could help you to gain additional insights or for your own life. And next, you have this some what we call the pullback factor, or the brake of a particular car. So loneliness, just people don't understand you, and it could lead you into depression. So make sure you don't stuck yourself inside the room. Go out, meet more people, and try to gain new insights. Try to study some new stuff, because you maybe also have opportunity to surround yourself with people who are studying the non-conventional arts, the energy, Reiki. All this stuff could actually increase more curiosity about the non-conventional studies. And next is the hasty reaction, causes fear, easily offend other people. Gloomy atmosphere due to sadness floating around, feeling unease, easily stuck in an attempt to blend in to this brand new environment. Feeling surrounding isn't going your way. Well, sometimes not everything will go into our way, but sometimes we have to be aware that where we are right now and what kind of help we can actually ask from other people. And lastly, attending funeral, hospital, or visiting some patients. Well, basically, this will also brings you opportunity to be mingle around with your relative who are in a weak health condition. So overall, these are the Ox Zodiac for each of these pillars. And next, we're going to talk about to-do list. Well, the to-do list is basically a shortcut telling you that these are some of the months that you have to look out. For example, like the May, September, December. These are the months that you should actually increase more positive activities and able to really reconnect with other people, do more networking, and ask for help and go out to have more outdoor activities. So these are the favorable months. And the second line is the take note month, such as the April, July, October. Well, these are the months that you have to look out for potential changes, clashes, which may affect you, and you just take note over all these positive and negative months. At least you are able to anticipate these are the months that I have to plan myself to at least be aware what are the potential risks. And by the way, the Ox Zodiac is also the best pal for the Rat Zodiac. Well, as you know by now, the Rat Zodiac have a lot of auspicious stars. So this year, if you need anything, just directly talk to the Rat Zodiac, okay? Just ask him that he can actually, provide some insights or resources to help you out. And by the way, your tree harmony, your ultimate alliance group is the Rooster and also the Snake. Well, the Rooster being the opposing grandeur of the Rabbit Zodiac. Well, somehow this year, the Rooster Zodiac will be affecting some changes, will be experiencing some uncomfortable changes, and he have to really go through some metamorphosis or some transformation. But throughout this transformation, perhaps it could be a good partner for you to actually provide your advice to help and strengthen this alliance, to help each other to actually embrace these brand new changes. And for those who are born with the Snake Zodiac as well, they could be someone who can help you out. So look out for those who have the the Snake Zodiac in their chart. Perhaps it's time for you to actually gain some new insights and broaden your perspective, because they are boosted with a lot of auspicious stars, and one of them is the Sky Horse, which they can actually help you to gain new insights or brand new resources from other places that could actually be more refreshing to you, that worth you to explore yourself. So overall, as what I mentioned, you have to keep your mind be open all the time for the entire 2023 to embrace more possibilities. At the same time, practice gratitude will help you to actually unleash and also amplify all the positive attraction. So overall, for those who are born with the Ox Zodiac, this year is all about becoming the expertise, and I don't want to repeat this anymore. This is very important for you all, that you are being able to amplify your sense of gratitude and achievement, and your abundance of attraction is going to start increasing right now. So nevertheless, These are all the positive forecasts for the Ox Zodiac. If you want to find out more, please do hit like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get the latest notifications, because I will be not only sharing the YouTube video, I have created a lot of articles talk about the Chinese horoscope, the Chinese Zodiac, Chinese or the Feng Shui, and all this Chinese metaphysics stuff, which can help you in hacking your life by taking advantage of the positive stuff, how to avoid the negative one, what are the time that you should do more, and what are the sector of your Feng Shui that you can actually plan for your own self. So nevertheless, please do check out the description below for more information, and I will keep all my monthly forecast and monthly guide, be it from Bazi, Qingmen Feng Shui, all of them into my website. So until then, I'll be seeing you soon in the next video. So once again, I'm John of Lee from Rat Energy signing off. Bye bye.